gentlemen, Bruce McGill.
Thank you to the ZZ Top. Howdy, y'all. It's great to be back here where they know how to use the word y'all. Feels good. Thanks, Tim. Tim talks so long, I'm going to be brief. But I got to say, I loved every minute of it. Thanks. Thanks. I would never let them kill you. My great-grandfather on my mother's side, Reuben Jacobs, in 1867, walked from upstate New York to Luling, Texas. 16 years old, it took him 3 years. He was a peddler following the railroads, and the railroads ran out of money at Luling. So he said, well, I guess I'll open a store. On my father's side, my great-great-great-uncle was William Barrett Travis. Died defending the Alamo. My middle name is Travis. He died at 26 years old. I was born in a hospital overlooking the Alamo, literally across the street from the Alamo. I'm a Texan, pure D, no doubt. Now, I decided at a very young age I wanted to be an actor. And I thought, well, you know, that's tricky. Down here, I did every play I could get. I worked at Hemisphere as an actor. I got a BFA in acting from the University of Texas, if you can imagine such a thing. In acting, not theater arts, not drama. I got a BFA in acting from the University of Texas. And at that time, there was no Austin Film Society. There was maybe a beginning of the Texas Film Commission. But I had to do the first difficult thing that I had to do to become a professional actor, to have a career in films. And that was, and I tell you, it was very difficult. That was to leave Austin. I loved it here. I hated to go, but there was no other way. And now, because of these groups, the Austin Film Commission, the Austin Film Society, the Texas Film Commission, a kid could get exposed to real movie making right here. Never have to leave. He might leave later, but he wouldn't have to leave to see what it was all about. That's enormous, enormous progress. And the cultural center for me, for Texas, I'm from San Antonio, that's obviously, we have huge history there, but this is the new town. And what we have here is music. We have a pulse on what it is to be we were a whole nother country, by God. And that never goes away, you know. And that's a big deal, and I would like to thank everybody that started. Rick, I know you had help when you started the Austin Film Society, and the Texas Film Commission, I know, didn't happen by one man's efforts. But everybody that did that and keeps doing it year after year, my hat's off to you. It's a great pleasure for me to meet all of you. I've read about you. I know about you. I'm thrilled to be embraced by you like this. So all those people that are behind Austin Film Society, the people that are behind South by Southwest, and who support and make films right here, thanks for what you do and what you will continue to do. I'm extremely humbled and grateful to be inducted into the Texas Film Hall of Fame. Since I started very young. I got drafted into my first play, I was 11 years old. Very young guy, and I was raised by a very, very, very practical man. So right away I said, okay, I like to do this. I want to do this for the long haul. So I figured a character actor had a better shot because there's one or two leading men or leading ladies in a movie. But those of us who populate the world that they operate and live in, you got 4 or 5 shots a movie. So I was a character actor first, last, and always will be. And I thought it was probably better to not be too well known personally in order that directors, casting directors, and ultimately the audience would be easier for them to believe me as the characters that I was trying to put out there. So I kind of fly beneath the radar PR-wise, but when this opportunity came up, I couldn't say no. And I've never had a desire to be a big marquee movie star. In fact, it was always scary to me. I think they have a lot of problems that those of us who might be envious of them should think about how hard it is to carry a movie, to take the responsibility for the movie, to be contractually obligated to go out and sell a movie you might not be happy with. I got a lot of strength, but I don't have that kind of strength, and my hat's off to them. Besides, I got to have them. They get financing. And without that financing, I'd be telling stories on the back porch and doing something else for a living. So God bless them. My hat's off to movie stars. I love them. My point is, I don't get singled out like this very much, and that's fine with me. I like it. So when I do, I'm a little at a loss for words, but I'm very fortunate that the people or the guy in a room or the gal in a room that decided I was worthy of this award can look a little beyond the most prominent practitioners of the craft and put a nod out to the guys like me that sits back there and advances the story and does whatever I do. And it speaks very highly of you that you look into it that deeply, and I thank you very much for it. And a great big thanks to the Society, the Austin Film Society, which I've been online. If you're just here as somebody's friend, do yourself a favor and go look at the website, austinfilmsociety.org, I think is the address. And I've looked at it for a few days because I wanted to know what this was about. And it's a pretty remarkable situation. And there's one pretty funny little sweet film about a penguin and a chicken you ought to give a look at. It's pretty good. So I'd like to thank you guys a lot. I would like to thank Mary and Mike Brown, who brought us in their beautiful taxi. It flies at 650 miles an hour and came like, have a sandwich, you're here. I'd really like to thank my friends who braved airports and security and freeways to get here. Thank you very much. It means so much to me. Thank you. Let them hear it, Texas. Y'all can yell. It's all right. And I thank my mother is here. I thank my mother who bore me and my wife who bears with me, my dear little angel of a mother, Adriel Squeaky McGill, and my fabulous wife, everybody says so, Gloria Lee McGill. Thank you. I love you. I got to say, I'm embraced. I love all of y'all. And I love to use the word y'all and have not people go, what's that? Why are you talking like that? And now, there's an apology to my wife. I'm going to do something to settle questions that I get all the time about one of my first films, my second film actually, Animal House. And people always want to know, was John Belushi really so crazy, and did you really do that on your throat? So, apologies, Gloria. Tim, if you would, a little higher. Wait for the finish, wait for the finish.